Hey everybody, welcome to 4 Too Many, a podcast about...
Shut up, you know we don't know what we're talking about. The important part is, I'm doo-wop.
Yo, it's Jay Remy.
This is Dez.
And this is Sox, S-O-C-K-Z. Let's get this podcast started.
Welcome to the 27th episode of the 4 Too Many podcast. Probably the only thing Gorilla Glue can't hold together.
Fucking train wreck episode 27, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
We made it this far? 27 episodes?
I think that's normally how inertia normally takes a train wreck the last couple miles. That's normally how it happens. Enough gas to get to the scene of the crash.
So
That's
how
it
many
goes.
more do you think we got? We got a little bit of time.
At least until AA, just kicks in the door and it's like, hey, you're officially in.
As I'm almost spit my beer out.
Yeah. Spitters or quitters.
Right.
I know you better than that, Remy. I know you better than that. You're
Yep.
not a quitter.
Nope.
What is going on in this 27th episode of this train wreck, I guess?
I don't know what's going on, guys. Anything good this week?
Before we get started, I want to shout out the Illuminating Company.
This is Sox's new rant every week. He's going to have a company that he's going to down.
So, I get my electric bill maybe like a week ago. I normally pay like $25 or whatever. So, COVID hits.
COVID, always fucking something up.
It hits
Still haven't
twice.
even got COVID yet, and it's still fucking me.
Right.
You ain't even got the second stimulus yet.
Right.
No, still waiting on it. So, I get my bill, and it's like $290.
What's it normally?
Like $25.
Oh, so it's like
Just speaking, you live in a one-bedroom.
One bedroom.
Not very big apartment, right? Bachelor pad,
Unless
basically.
I'm like fucking making reefer. Unless I'm doing something
You
like
got a
that.
fucking sauna
Yeah,
in there?
unless I'm-
Jacuzzi
Yeah.
tub?
There's like no possible way that it should be that high. So I guess once COVID hit, the apartment building locked the meters.
That's really nice of them, huh?
So they estimated me for 10 months. And then fucking buried me with fucking $290. And then they're just acting like, that's no big deal, man.
Right, you got that.
My car payment's only $335, so I mean, fuck it, it's the same fucking amount.
Right, you could double your car payment this month, right?
what happened is Taco Bell and T-Mobile called him and was like, hey, he's a sucker. Just
Yeah, like,
now they got him paying for 14 months at a time.
dude, it's just like fucking one
So,
app.
but on top of not Taco Bell, but T-Mobile. On top of T-Mobile, you got how much is that one bill?
Well, that was $454.
Oh, and then this bill together. Oh my god!
Adds up to about the second stimulus. And he still didn't get it. He'd been
Ouch.
set.
Right.
That's gone.
Right.
Whenever
That's
I get-
definitely gone whenever you get that.
But I don't know. It's not like I can switch companies either. It's the only fucking company.
Right, there's no other options. Like, hey, I could go. Fuck you. I'm gonna go somewhere else. No, you can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, you kind of fucked there.
Right.
And then on top of that, you try to call and get them on the phone.
Good luck with that.
I was sitting at, I don't know if you were there that day. I think it was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there and they're like, estimated wait time, 57 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, so I'm going to sit here for a fucking hour and then just be even more pissed off when I get
Right.
off the phone?
Right. That fucking blows, man.
I'm done.
It's only a necessity. You only need lights and
Yeah.
electricity.
So instead of Doo-Wop's positivity, we are now going to do Sox's rants every week.
Normally when you announce shit is when we throw it out the window. So you might want to be careful there.
Speaking of positivity, Doo-Wop, you got anything this week?
No, fuck no. Absolutely no positivity
We'll
here.
keep it with no positivity this week.
Human the trash this week.
Besides this show, this is positive.
Especially the ones in Texas. They got it pretty SOL.
I should move there.
Yeah, why don't you just jump right in, right?
Actually, it's crazy to think about what they've got happening over in Texas right now.
Texas?
Texas. Did any of you guys see the meme with the guy with the shotgun?
I posted that.
And, was it you? What did he say?
Dementia affects 1 in 4 people in this room.
Half time I don't pay attention to posts. I just see the memes out there. But
Something about telling the snow to get off his lawn.
he said something about getting the snow off the lawn. I thought that was hilarious. That describes Texas perfectly with the guy with the shotgun.
Get off my lawn.
Right. Snow, get the fuck out of here.
Texas, he would have had 3 in 1 hand. That's how that works.
Right.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I'm going to leave that.
Right.
See? It was out there.
He was taking that.
Everybody looked at each other.
He was trying to get us on that Thursday train again. He was trying to get us right up there, huh?
For those listening at home, it didn't see us all stare at Des.
Yeah.
Awful. Awful.
waiting for the BBC joke.
Right. It was bound to come out.
Why do you think he's leading off the Everything's Bigger in Texas segment? Don't you got family in Texas?
Yeah. Actually,
See?
I do.
Dallas, right?
Bazinga.
Yep.
So, how's your family? Were they affected? Do you know?
Everybody's alive. I don't really know
Wow,
what's
you don't even
give a
going
shit.
on.
It's like you don't even give a shit.
Well,
No, see,
if they don't have
I think it's like
electricity,
extended
how would...
family, right?
huh?
It's like your extended family, right? They live there.
I have aunts and uncles.
Oh, okay.
If 90% of Texas is out of electricity, how would you contact them?
Oh, good point. Good point.
That is a valid fucking
Unless
point.
you have one of those brand new Ford pickup trucks. I don't know if you guys see that,
God.
but there's one of those brand new Ford pickup trucks. You can actually plug your generator. It's like it has a generator built in it, and you can run your house off of it. I thought that was pretty cool.
People burning belongings in fireplaces stay alive. Yeah, we just bought an F-150. If you'd like to be on the show, CEO of Ford or Texas.
Ford company. If you'd
Ford,
like to come
Texas.
down to the show, please come down. And
The entire state of Texas, apparently.
That's a cold joke.
so, I've never been to Texas before, but I know it's always warm there. And I'm pretty sure they don't have plow trucks and salt trucks, and they don't have any of that. So I imagine if you even got like 4 or 5 inches of snow and it's like freezing cold, I imagine that's probably got to be pretty crazy there.
Well, I know my sister in North Carolina, if they get a half an inch of snow, they shut the city down because they don't have trucks.
Yeah, they don't have the ability to take care of it. And then I was seeing all these videos on the old TikTok of people water pipes just breaking like in their house. So they'd be in like their bedroom and all of a sudden their water pipe would just break and like water's just flying in. I'm like, oh my God, that's insane.
That happens in not first world countries that are Parma Heights, Remy. That pipes break, things get cold. It happens out there in the booties, man. And it does suck. It sucks when you rent a hotel and it still happens. That's the worst part. When
Okay.
you go take a hot hotel shower in the morning and it's freezing fucking cold. Yep,
So you've had some experience then, huh?
unfortunately.
Gotcha.
What gets me is their mayor.
Oh yeah.
That fucking guy's
The
awesome.
mayor.
The ex
The mayor, yeah, the ex-mayor was like, you know what? Fuck you. If you can't survive, that's your own fault, and I'm out of here.
Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish.
What the guy's
Wait,
statement
but
is
wait.
there?
Also going on to say, sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and county, along with power providers and other services, owe you nothing. I'm sick and tired of people looking for damn handouts. Now, mind you, he didn't spell or use correct grammar in it because he's a fucking Texan. But
So wait a minute. You pay for electricity, right?
Every month.
This is a service you pay for. So that's a handout?
hey,
How's that a handout?
you never
That's a
know.
good point.
that doesn't even make
Paying
sense.
my shit every month, but it's a
Right.
handout.
Hey, Ted Cruz, the fucking senator, was like, yeah, I'm going to, was it Cape Cod or something?
Yeah, he flew somewhere
Cancun,
on
a Cancun resort.
He went to Cancun Resort. He's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go chill out.
Yeah, his quote was, there's not much I can do for the people. First class, please.
Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to say that. Even if you're not going to do anything, at least stay there and be like, I'm doing my best. I'm here. I'm
there's-
trying to.
There's a picture of the one, like, New Jersey governor or whatever shoveling people's driveways for him. So you could
Right.
suck a fat baby's dick with "I can't help nobody."
Right, you could show up with a couple bags of salt and like do something, at least make you look like you're trying, right?
Look, if I would have got that bill I just got, and the next day he said that,
We'd have blown him up. I can't believe he did that. Then I think he did try to come back and apologize, right? After like he probably had death threats.
a little too late.
I'm sure he had a ton of death threats. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe he wasn't seeing that.
Again, if nobody has electricity, it's hard to get a hold of him. Especially if he's in Cancun.
Well, yeah. That's why he went to Cancun, so he get the fuck out of Dodge.
And then that governor, it goes to the Bahamas.
Well, that's what we're talking about. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's fucking crazy, man.
No, these are two separate people.
Yeah, I know. Ted Cruz went to Cancun, and the freaking mayor told him to fuck off.
Oh, he ended up going to the Bahamas?
Huh? Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, the
Oh,
governor did.
I didn't know he took off.
Yeah, he
I mean,
did.
I knew he resigned. I
They
didn't know
all
he...
gone.
Oh, man. He was like, yeah, son, I'm going to go get some milk. It was like, deuces.
They left him high and dry. Like, fuck it.
Well, they weren't dry. It's like 6 feet of
Yeah,
snow.
they were dry. but,
No
you know.
damn dry.
They found old people dead in the streets.
From what I was reading, like, all the stores basically closed up, so they were going to gas stations, and then people were like fist fighting each other over the food at the gas station, you know, because they're not used to like, you know, everybody trying to go grab shit. It turned wild, I guess.
And then I guess Domino's was the only pizza
Fair.
place to stay open.
No water.
Oh, yeah, I saw
that part I didn't even know, but they had the food they had for the whole week was gone in like 3 days because
Oh, my
that's all people
God.
were doing was ordering pizza.
That's crazy. And on top of that, they had no water. So now you ain't got no water. You ain't got no fucking electricity.
Well, 13 million people were under boil water advisories, either had broken pipes or faulty systems.
That's fucking wild.
On top of the 78 million people who were under a winter warning alerts. So far, 38 dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 30 some people are dead.
Currently, nationwide, it's broken over 2,500 minimum like temperature records. Like low temperature, you know, hasn't been this cold since fucking ever. 2,500 times. It's broken several just records across it. It's bad.
Yeah,
But that's
it's bad. It's fucking bad. That's right.
the shittiest part about it being Texas is so the Texas power grid is not connected to the national power grid. So it being shut down, 90% of Texas has its own like circumvent inside of Texas power grid. So it's not like they can siphon off electricity from other states
Oh,
because they're
that's
Texas
why.
and they want to be their own fucking
So
country.
that's
you know?
why they're having such a problem.
Well, that and obviously fucking Ted Cruz and this other giant world-class cunt bag don't know how to lead shit out of shit.
right.
Fucking-
It's just straight rolled out.
I mean, he didn't even give it a few days. Like, it was like a couple days later, right? He resigned like quick as fuck, too. Like, as soon as shit hit the fan, he's like, I gotta go.
He probably ran out of hot water and was like, this sucks, fuck you people.
Right, fuck you people.
Yeah, and then
I'm
I-
tired of these handouts. What? What?
Then I seen a picture of the governor. He's got his bag on his right shoulder with his Hawaiian shirt on, ready to get out.
And nothing's going on.
Rocking
no
the
big
Tommy
deal.
Bahamas.
Ted
buddy.
Cruz is like, nothing's going on. I'm out of here.
Got on his like $1,000 heated underwear and shit, just walking
Right.
through the airport. Like,
Right.
why is it so fucking cold in here? Don't matter.
Could have been rocking an Eskimo coat and shit.
Right.
Fuck off.
Fucking
Well, I
okay.
ain't no governor in Texas. Where the fuck's that at?
Texas.
Texas.
I know this tax shit that high. But it's fucking bad. They have old, like, literally their officials are still finding old people dead in the streets, dead in their homes.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, you know, that they were burning, like, legitimately their furniture in their fireplaces to stay warm because
That's wild.
that, it's, what is that old ass movie? Where they were, like, in New York and they're in the library burning books because it's, like, Armageddon or something like that. The snow came, I'll have to.
Ooh, he stumped him. He stumped
Ice Age? No, it's not Ice Age. Armageddon? It's something wild. They're
Ice
like in
Age
New
is
York. It's like in New York, and then there's just like
Whatever.
this fucking. Never mind.
You're good.
I'll have to find it. It's old as shit. But they're like trying to stay warm, stay alive in like this library. There's like a fucking Freightliner or whatever. Yeah.
What is that? Because now I know what you're talking about.
It's old
I
as
can't
shit,
think
and
of
they
the
like
name
have
of
to sneak out of this library. There's like 30 feet of snow, climb on this
Yeah, what is
Freightliner to
that
get
movie?
medicine. They're like burning books in a fire. Oh, never mind.
It's a good movie, by the way.
It's
I
old.
I don't know what it's
I
called.
remember watching it while I was in my teens. But
Yeah.
That ain't that damn good if you don't know the name of it.
Well, we both don't
dementia
know the name
affects
of
1 in 4 people in this room. Now
I
four.
was gonna
Now
say 2 out of 4 because we both can't remember.
I was
the
waiting
shit.
for him to mess up the math. I was really just waiting for him to mess up the
4 is
math.
not high enough for me to mess up the math.
Yeah, Texas. Way to go, Texas. McConaughey would be proud.
Yeah. It's just a mess, and I feel bad for those people, and I am praying for those people.
Praying for the people. Fuck the
Yeah.
representatives.
No, fuck them. They're
That's one of the
absolute
ones where I
assholes.
just be like, look, you're going to shovel to death.
Right,
You're going to shovel driveways until you fucking collapse.
right.
Just gavel. Just get out there.
Yeah.
naked. You're going to do it naked, too, just for amusement.
They need those people need to be in
OnlyFans.
trouble.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, it's a good one.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans shovel.
OnlyFans shovel.
Don't throw out your back while you're doing it. Just remember.
I already got scoliosis, so I got the worst you can get.
All right. Welcome to the train wreck, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is. We're always a part of this train wreck. All right. So on the spot, we have a special guest this week. Her name is Jen. She'll be joining us this week.
Our favorite patron, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for
Yeah.
calling in this week. So our first question is, what will finally break the internet?
Ooh, that's actually an interesting one. You know what the internet is, by the way, right?
Yes, I know what it is.
All right, I just want to make it's that fancy thing you watch porn on. Just want to make sure you remember what it is.
All right, so we have 30 seconds.
All right, anybody want to be a first volunteer?
Don't all jump in at once.
All right, I guess a chunky dunk by myself. I'll do it.
All right,
All right, whenever you're ready. All right.
go.
What will finally break the internet? Probably the sex tape of Jeffree Star and Kanye,
That's a good one.
or Amazon, or Amazon. It's one of the two. It's about the same thing.
Oh, that was perfect.
I try. Thank you.
All right, who wants to go next?
I got no clue.
You don't know what's going to break the internet? No? Jen, do you have one yet?
Well, yes and no. It depends on if we're talking about the internet as in usage and exploring, or the total infrastructure itself.
And she's officially the smartest one on the podcast today.
I'll say you're way too smart for us, so I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I guess...
Neither of which fit in 30 seconds.
Yeah, whatever you think you could fit in 30 seconds.
Okay,
You have something, though?
sure.
All right, I'll tell you when the clock's going to start, and you can go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. The thing that's going to bring down the internet is an entire infrastructure explosion due to possibly an electrical outage in the entire country. That's going to be the downfall of the internet and the beginning of the actual apocalypse.
There we go.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
Nice. Perfect time, too. All right.
That feeling you just listened to is what's going to happen when aliens just appear. And you realize you're no longer the smartest or the top of the food chain. That's what happens.
Now I just feel really stupid, but...
My God. And welcome to my life.
Socks, you got...
I got nothing.
I feel bad for you guys having to go after that. Like,
I know, like, well, okay, anything I say is going to be retarded.
the only one we have with the possible big dick energy who can follow that up might be Dez.
Des, you got something?
You got it? Can you do it,
After
BBC?
following all that up, woo, that was...
You got something?
After the apocalypse, if you need IT support, call Dez.
Right.
Shameless plug here.
So,
You ready? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
All right, so I don't know if I have something competing with causing the actual apocalypse.
Right.
But just us humans, period. We're gonna break the internet. We reach too much for it to be what it isn't. We want literally our lives to be virtual, and us as humans, we probably will be the downfall of it itself, of everything.
Right. I agree with that. All right, so mine's a little more lighthearted and probably hilarious, but I guess I'll go next. You're still not ready?
Oh, relax.
I got
there,
nothing for
ego.
that.
All right.
I'm
Well,
just
there you go.
forfeiting.
Could be
So
hilarious.
mine is OnlyFans. OnlyFans will eventually break the internet because every motherfucker in the world has now decided that they are going to have an OnlyFans.
Be a hater.
As we didn't see it at first. That's why he forfeited, because he set up the perfect just D-Wade alley-oop for him.
Yep.
Let
So
it
you
right
ready?
to him. Hit. The only Socks account will break the internet. We figured it out. We solved it.
There it
first.
is. So when the Only Socks launches, it will destroy the internet.
The only sock you can buy singularly.
Oh my god.
We don't want to know what you're going to use that sock for, but okay.
Got to do something to pay that electric bill.
All right. Since Socks just kind of got into my answer and he can just ride with it anyways because he didn't have anything.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Relax.
It's not Thursday yet.
The alley-oop did. He's riding it.
It's actually Thursday.
We're literally the furthest we can be from Thursday, so
All right.
relax.
We'll let
Relax.
Socks do his on the spot question now.
What is your least favorite mode of transportation?
Dude.
Least favorite mode.
Well, because I'm competing now in the weight class as like an adult bear walking. Gravity is a bitch on the knees.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna put that out there and fuck you, gravity.
All right. I'll go next. This ain't going to take 30 seconds. It's only going to take a second.
That's what I normally say.
But in Cleveland, Ohio, we call it the RTA. I hate the RTA. I hate the Cleveland transportation bus. It is the worst thing ever.
It's not like a
And-
bad pitch. Cleveland transportation bus.
No, that's what it is, basically, if you don't know what the RTA is. But I don't even know what the hell the RTA stands for, do you?
Uppercut vehicle.
If
you don't remember- If you don't remember that video of
Do you know it?
Rapid Transit Association.
Okay, there you go.
I'm using uppercut vehicle.
No, I don't mind the Rapid. I just don't like the bus. The Rapid's cool.
See, but that's what everyone says that's here. Then
Bougie
that's the same
ass
for me.
white people.
So you have the same.
I like the Rapid.
The bus sucks. It's
Oh,
just
Can't
not-
stand the
it's
bus.
terrible.
Can't stand the buses here because Cleveland is the only place that feels, oh, they don't need to go to this specific place that many times a day. We can cut it back from 15 minutes a day
To once
to
a
a
week.
half hour
Right.
to an hour to an hour and a half.
Right.
They're not going to work or anything.
No big
It's
deal.
fine.
Right. And if you get out of line, you will catch an uppercut here in the RTA.
Hey.
You're going to jail now.
Right.
It's a priceless video.
It is a priceless video, by the way.
All right.
All right.
2 more. Or 3 more.
Jen, so what's your least favorite transportation?
I was going to say city bus, but I haven't really used any other transportation but my car since like 1992.
Yeah, that's a pretty good time. Yeah, the bus does suck. I mean, especially here in
And-
Cleveland. I don't know how it is where you're at,
Yeah.
but all right.
Dramatic balls.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
People still have the answer to this.
Everyone just kind of agreed, I think, right?
We all just all.
Yeah,
We all
agreed.
jumped on the bus.
We all just jumped on the bus. We literally just jumped on the bus.
All right, remember, need y'all to relax there, Joe. Get the fuck off the bus.
And you said walking, so
Yeah,
the bus and
bus.
walking.
Walking sucks.
I mean, yeah, compared to the
Imagine
bus.
walking in Texas right now, you selfish prick. All
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
something like that.
right, whoever's next. I'll go next, I guess.
All right.
I'll just bring it in.
We'll bring the 30 seconds back too, because we obviously just
Threw it out for that
threw it
one.
out for that one.
All right, mine on the spot. When was the last time you completely embarrassed yourself? Who's going first? Remy.
The last time I completely embarrassed myself,
Yeah.
probably every time I do this podcast, I embarrass myself with my fucking memory.
Your
Just-
charm and just.
My fucking memory just goes out for some apparent reason. I don't know why, but
Dementia.
yeah, that's all I got every time I do this podcast.
People are hard in thought.
Sox
Well-
is over here finding his inner peace. He's like, "When's the last time I did something stupid?"
Yeah, can't even fucking see.
To be honest, I'm trying to think if there's been anything since the dresses
Oh, that's a good one.
that was like embarrassing.
That's definitely a good one.
What happened? I don't.
Go ahead,
Well,
and you're on
the
the clock.
listeners recall
Just
that.
might as well go. You're on the clock.
We might have to repost that video.
Just let's not do that.
Yeah, can we forget about that memory?
Cut it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't appreciate that. So that would be the last time I really embarrassed myself was having to put on that dress for the podcast for losing that challenge. Not.
As he grits his teeth, he got more angry as he talked about it.
Yep.
All right.
We thought you was trying to like take up for was it Chadwick Boseman, whatever his name was. Cheetah Man. No, no, we can't. All right, I
You
thought
got one?
No.
Do up. You got one?
it's mine. I answer last.
Okay. Socks, you got one?
He done forgot the routine.
Yeah, I got one.
All right, Socks. Go ahead.
When
run
I
the
just
clock.
this was years ago, but I had just got my license. I went to pump gas, and I left the fucking nozzle in the fucking thing and pulled off.
Did you pull the hose off?
Oh, $50, baby. I had to pay those. fuckers.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
That's priceless.
That's a good one.
It's fucking stupidity, but
All right. Jen, do you have one?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I rented a date for my high school homecoming because I didn't enjoy high school children. So I showed up with a 30-year-old when I was 17, and teachers didn't like it so much.
I was going to say, how did they react to a 30-year-old coming with you?
Well, wasn't much they could do, you know. My parents didn't care.
Fuck it, I'm proud of you.
That's
That's
true. That
innovative.
is awesome.
Hells
by the way.
That was smart. Fuck them. Anyways,
That is great.
All right, do-up. So what's yours?
oh, mine was a quarter beer night.
Oh my god.
Oh, I remember that night perfectly.
Absolutely, being half naked, thrown up all over the place. That's like, yeah, that's pretty damn
that's
embarrassing.
awesome.
Yep,
It's more
I
of an-
remember that.
It's more of an accomplishment.
It was until the vomit came.
Do we
I was
wanna-
proud until the vomit came out.
Do we want to get into it, or we just
You
want
can
to
do whatever you'd like.
So just to
good story for the
let
show.
everybody know about the situation is, we have a bar, and the day before Thanksgiving they do quarter beers. Basically, they run out all their beers that are not selling. They run the kegs out, and for a quarter, you get a beer, and they do it for what 2-3 hours, right?
I think it was like 3.
It's like 3 hours,
I think
until
we were like an hour behind, though, was the
Yeah.
issue.
So usually we end up showing up a little bit late, and with us guys, it's all about a competition. So it's basically keep the rounds coming. There's beers just keep on coming. So at one point, there's probably like 8 to 10 beers just sitting on the table because it's a quarter beer. You got to get as many as you can before that stops or whatever. So we're all bullshitting and we're kind of drinking. We're not going too crazy. Doo-Wop isn't our drinker in the group, and Doo-Wop for some reason is just drinking, throwing him back like he's a fucking champion here, and
He was at 1.3 ahead of us.
yeah, he was like, I mean, he was killing it, and he got some food and everything was great, everything was going good, and
Yeah,
then
shrimp tacos.
then-
Shrimp tacos before the beers.
then
Wasn't probably the best call. That's what happens in your rookie season, ladies and gentlemen.
then for some reason, quarter beers ain't enough after you drink a while. With us, quarter beers, and then you got to get into the shots. No big deal. You just got to have some shots with your quarter beers, right? So that's when the problem came. How many shots did you have?
We were at, I think, third shot is actually what ended up killing us.
Yes.
Or what ended up killing me.
Well, what
Because
happened is
somebody decided to go out of the realm of
one of
normal
our
shot.
friends showed up a little late to the party, and he decided to join into the party. He was going to buy everybody a double shot of Jack. So, we're already loaded at this point, right? I'd say we're all pretty
2.5
loaded, right?
hours, slammed 18
Yeah.
beers.
Who was that, Carl?
Yeah, Carl comes in, and he's a little late to the party, so he decides the best way is to get a double shot to get his party started.
Warm Jack.
Yeah, warm Jack doesn't even ask for a chilled or nothing, and if you've drank Jack before, it's rough, especially a double shot of it. Well, like I said, Doo-Wop isn't our drinker, and he decided he was going to go on a mission. Well, he decided to take that double shot of Jack, and that's where the story gets a little rough. When I mean rough, I mean rough. And he took that, and everything turned sour for him. His face expression. It looked like he was about to.
After you take a shot and you decide to start taking up meditation in the middle of you taking a shot,
Yes.
you've hit a oh no type
Right.
TikTok.
Yeah, the old No song in TikTok. If you ever heard that one before, yes, that was a perfect situation, and that would have been perfect for TikTok.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know if it would have been perfect for TikTok. That would have been
Yeah, that would have been a little gross.
vile.
But then our good friend on the opposite side he was eating, right? Dave was eating.
What?
Dave was on. You guys were sitting at the table.
He wasn't eating.
He wasn't eating. He was
'Cause-
making the puke noise in his
Yes,
ear.
well, that's
Yeah.
what I was getting to. I thought he was eating
Oh,
something.
no. Well, he ate half my burger before we
Oh,
started
yeah,
drinking.
Oh,
okay.
that was
Okay.
before. Yeah.
So he decides he sees Doo-Wop's praying to the gods of the beer, not to
Hot
throw
sauce
up.
gods.
Yeah, the hot
Yeah.
sauce gods, whatever you want to call them. He
whatever you want to call him.
Whatever you want to call
he's
him.
praying to whoever he can pray to, not to throw up. Our buddy Dave decides to make gagging noises in his ears.
Not the fun ones.
No, the nasty ones.
What an asshole.
And from there, I think, how long did you last after the gagging noises started?
My normal 2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds. Mind you, he didn't have enough time to get to the bathroom.
And then we went full exorcist.
There was a full explosion.
That
I
happened-
mean explosion.
That happened at the bar?
Yes, at the table.
I don't even remember.
There was a full explosion of puke everywhere. And I jumped up luckily in enough time, but it was raining.
Oh, I didn't even know.
fucking
I didn't
puke.
even know that part.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How did you not know that? We did.
I was fucking smashed.
We were all
Clear.
smashed.
These two fucking champs, Des and Remy, end up cleaning up after me.
Yeah.
As I'm stumbling, fucking just covered in my own. Yeah, this is the
I'm
embarrassing
not-
part.
I felt so bad. I didn't want to leave this. We couldn't just fucking leave a puke table. I mean, but it was everywhere. Like it was like coming out like a fucking waterfall. That's all I remember.
Look, I'm wearing a
Yeah, don't go
like-
chasing waterfalls. Is what happened basically.
Well, because I went and started trying to clean it up, and the guy's like, "You don't have to do that," and then puts the rag down.
Yeah. I think he just said that because he's hoping you were like.
And then
oh,
I'm like,
it.
"No, I got it."
Right.
That.
I gotta get my life together. I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that?
I didn't think he did it there.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
right there.
Because didn't you already leave by the time that happened? Though
I took a lift by myself.
You took
I
the
think.
lift by yourself to the
To the
next
next
bar.
bar.
We had to take him. We had to go to my house.
Yes. We had. Yeah, that's why you didn't see it. So you had already left. That's why. That makes sense now.
007.
So we had, to, we can't just stick at one bar. We got to bounce to the next bar. But then we had to drop him off, and yeah, he was dead. Like
Yeah.
he was dead to earth.
Yeah, I remember stumbling out of the back of the bar and then climbing up Dez's stairs is all. I don't remember getting in the car, getting out of the car. I remember
Well,
getting half naked
Des
and laying
has
in
a
my
lot
jeans.
of stairs, especially when you try to get a drunk person up the stairs. He has a
I
lot
hate
of
them stairs. So yes.
I like dog crawled it. I remember just all four kind of just base crawling it and then just throwing my shirt in the garbage and passing out on the couch.
Oh,
And
yeah.
crying. I remember crying.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He was.
I'm glad this was my question. I didn't
Didn't foresee it going like this.
It had to be. It was a perfect story. It had to be
It
told.
was.
It was fun. Well,
Yeah.
not for you, but it was fun.
I'm glad it's now Dez's turn.
Yeah. She's like, can you stop
Next.
talking about me now?
All right. So. If you had to be known for your greatest accomplishment so far, are you happy with it?
Ooh, am I happy with my greatest accomplishment so far? I think I have to have accomplishments.
You have one.
Might need to help me here. I mean,
Your kid.
yeah, he's the greatest thing to be put on earth. Wasn't really gonna
Are
take
you
the.
going?
Huh?
Is it you going first?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to take like the easy back door on it though.
Oh.
I feel like three of us could say it. Like,
Right.
but greatest accomplishment.
I got one somewhere.
That's how I'm feeling right about now. Might have to. I don't want to just sell out with my kid right here, though.
It's perfect, though.
I'm trying to add some content, damn it.
All right, sorry.
Ooh. Yeah, my kid. That's about.
So I'm not trying to sell out. You know what?
Sadly, I mean, I'm not sad to say he's my greatest accomplishment. I'm just sad to say he's my only one. He won't, obviously I don't die today. Whew, let's hope not. But, yeah, I'm proud to say my kid is my greatest accomplishment.
I mean, to me, that's a pretty good accomplishment. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty damn good.
Well, of course you gotta say, you got like 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I definitely ain't got no 12.
Relax, Antonio Cromartie.
Right.
Sean Kemp.
I am not Sean Kemp. Nope. Anyways.
No.
All right, who wants to go next?
Dun, 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 dun.
I haven't really accomplished shit.
Damn. All right, I'll go next. Obviously, my kids would be number one, and I don't want to sound like they wouldn't be number one. But this podcast, it is awesome, guys. We're making strides into the podcast world, especially with our latest numbers that we just had this week, by the way. Awesome. We did an amazing job. I'm not going to put the numbers out there, but we did great. I think we tripled our listeners, basically.
We appreciate all of them.
Yes. So the podcast, this is a great achievement. One of our, my greatest, besides my kids, because I can't not, I mean, you know.
Wow, you were just really just finger fucking them emotional, just sellouts, aren't you? Just the easy ones all together.
Who wants to go next? Des, Sox, Jen?
Thought I'm supposed to, it's my thing. I'm supposed to go last.
Oh, you are going last.
He forgot. He forgot it was your question.
So, Sox, you got
He
one, or
forgot.
Jen, you got yours?
I have mine.
Okay, Jen, go ahead. You're on the clock.
Okay. Aside from kids, obviously, my greatest accomplishment would be the fact that I have single-handedly supported my whole family for the past 27 years.
That is amazing.
That's
That is
impressive.
awesome.
Very impressive.
I don't appreciate you just out here embarrassing us all, okay? I'm just playing. That is fucking baller energy. That's fucking awesome. I don't even know what else to say.
No, that's awesome. Cheers to you for that.
Cheers with the
You
drink
can't
in
see
our
us.
hands.
Cheers with
Putting
cheers
our
with the
glasses
drink in our
on,
mouth.
but
Oh,
cheers
right
to
on.
you. Sox?
I guess it's probably, it's not here yet. I'm going to say once I get through all this rigmarole of after the surgery, because these first 3 weeks back at work have been absolutely terrible as far as being tired and stuff. Like, I'll literally get home at 3:30 and I'm ready to go to bed. But they told me it could take up to a year, 6 months to a year,
Right.
before I'm feeling,
Trust me, I can tell. I see it in your face.
Dude, it's
You look
crazy.
Like you're like dog face tired.
yeah. But I'll say once I can finally feel like me again, that'll probably be it.
Just getting through that surgery, I think, is a hell of an accomplishment. So,
Hell yeah. I mean, it's kind of an important part of your body.
yeah, I mean, it's not too many people can say they had that kind of surgery. So,
All right. Actually, seeing that as everybody else gave a better example than, you know, he was like, yeah, just use your kid. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to come up with one better. Unfortunately, if you knew who, I won't say who my parent, if you know who my namesake came from, I exceeded the expectations given that was expected of me. And that's sad because I haven't done shit, but yeah, exceeding the expectations that was originally given to me with a name. And the fact that 2021 will still be my best year. So, today, still happy. And then there's my kid, the beautiful little ridiculous genius on top.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's
suck
an
on
answer.
that one.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
That is a perfect answer.
my finger fucking no emotional holes here. We're getting pure content.
All right, Des, now it's your turn because it's your last person.
Yeah.
And it was your question.
We knew that. We knew that before you remembered.
I know.
It's okay.
Just give me another beer. No.
So to not right, this should gotta kind of go around that whole cop out of children because
I
I
guess
think
it's
we
an
all feel
obvious
the same
answer,
way.
right?
That is a very obvious answer.
Told you.
Again, I was gonna before you actually had answered, Remy. I was gonna say nobody was gonna go with the whole the monetized podcast, but then you would switch to say that about the podcast. More of what like right now for me. I'm really proud that I'm actually getting some traction on some really important business moves. So, aside from my child, I would be happy to know your boys in business come here soon. I'm happy with that.
All right.
There we go.
So the start of something's happening.
You want to help me with that electric bill?
I was gonna say, don't forget about us, player.
Right.
Don't forget.
Just a small person.
We're just we're little guys in a totem pole. Don't forget about us when you get up there.
He said little
That's
like I
all
ain't
good.
big as
It's
shit.
all part of it.
I ain't no little guy. I ain't been a little guy since I was a little guy, homie.
I'm just talking
my
about
God.
the world, player. The world.
Little guy.
All right, Jen. So you were the last person up. This is gonna be your question.
Okay.
So this should be fun for us. Whenever you're ready, go ahead, shoot your question out there, and then we'll have to answer it.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever done to impress a crush?
Easy. I tried to jump over 2 tables at school without using my hands to land.
He ain't even waiting. Wait,
I
what
separated
was the
my
outcome of that?
Huh?
You're getting to the outcome?
separated the HCL on my shoulder and collarbone.
How many tables?
Oh my God.
Damn.
Like the 2 metal table or the 2 like wooden
Like
long
when
tables.
they were like back, they're like back
I
to
put
back.
them like not like long ways, but back to back. And I tried to just high hurdle it and like throw my body. Yeah, it was. I tried to pole vault with my hands off of a chair and flip. Yeah, it was.
So how old were you when this happened?
Oh. Let's see, 14, 15?
Okay.
And I'm still always been built like a bear. So when I came down, I didn't know there was a chair on the other side of the table, and my shoulder cracked it. I flipped. Oh yeah, separated my shoulder. That was beautiful. It was fun.
Did you
Absolutely.
talk to
I-
your crush after that? Anything happened from it?
I don't think it worked out very well.
It doesn't sound like it, but I didn't know. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
it wasn't a story like a movie, type of story ending type.
The worst part is when you like, even if it was impressive, not the break, tearing your shoulder off like a GI Joe, but laying there and then laughing about the pain like you're a fucking psycho probably doesn't impress many people. And then when it did, I was like, yeah, definitely not who I need to be talking to. Yeah. Way to go, 30 seconds, right?
Man, you had
Right.
one off top. I'm trying to still think of mine. You guys got anything?
This is what happens when you
Sucks.
make split seconds. I was like,
I don't want to say it was dumb because I'm kind of a low key person, but I showed up at a young lady's house with flowers and a card, but the devastation was real because it was just a crash and burn.
Oh, wasn't it?
Nah.
It didn't work
Like
out well.
when the telemarketer called and you say I'm not interested. That's more or less how it went.
Oh,
That's more or less how it went. As I had to roll back to vehicle with card and flowers, so I didn't even get to give them.
there wasn't like a trench coat and just a sock on, right?
No, that's later. It's later. That's later.
That's only for $5.99.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Des, you got yours?
I'm trying to think if I did anything like dumb.
All right, I got one. This is a while back, but in my early days of partying.
Megan, please turn up the audio because you can use this against them.
In my early days of partying, there was a time where Jay Remy thought he was hot shit. You know, that's just a way of life, I guess. In your party.
You and LeBron got in common at least.
So, yeah, so I was at the bar, and I happened to see one of my crushes at the bar. She was there with her friend, just the two of them by themselves. Well, you know, just as what I seen or whatever. So I decided, you know, I had a few. I went up to the bar, got a shot, got a drink, you know, a little bit, build a little confidence, you know. liquid courage, you know. So I go over there to shoot my, you know, kind of like move my way over there. You know, they're sitting at a table. I move my way over there. I get over there, you know, I kind of start talking, and I start talking to them, and they're laughing or whatever, and somehow I lose my balance. And timber, and I'm not a little guy, so I go falling, and I fall over. I'm pretty sure there was either some beer spilled by their table or something, but I don't know what you know how like when you're talking and you're kind of like moving around, you're like, you know, a little nervous probably too, and yeah. So all I know is I got up, and I didn't even say anything. I just walked out the bar and left.
Oh, man. Fuck.
And I never seen that person again. So
the only thing I can think of is in his head, he's listening to Biggie. I love it when they call me Big Pop.
Right.
And then he hit the wet spot, and whoop! Oh.
Yeah, that was like the, you know, you ever have the walk, have you ever had the walk of shame or anything in your life where there's a walk of shame? As I'm walking out the bar, I'm just picturing everybody laughing at me and making fun of me, which I don't know if they were, but I was just so in my, all right, I can get the fuck out of here type mode, you know, I gotta go.
Perfect TikTok song would have been that dude. They're just like, wee.
Yeah. Wee. Another oh no moment. Another oh no video. All right, Des.
All right. So yeah, I gotta go back to the childhood, teenage years. Something simple. Haven't really tried to impress people because I don't know, already socially awkward.
Nothing wrong with that.
His impressions normally involve zip.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no need to talk, right? Just
wail it out.
just put it on the table and that's it.
Black elephant. That's
No.
what we do.
Fucking Action Jackson.
All right,
So-
sorry, I'll interrupt your story.
It's all good. Just riding bikes or whatever, you know, you roll up to somebody and you try to either pop a wheelie or do the backwards or
Oh,
Do it with the
here's
back
how that
wheel?
go. Yeah, they call that an endo.
yeah. So tried to pop one of those in front of her.
Wait, the endo or the
Flip
wheelie?
The endo. And
Oh,
flip
you did a
right
flip?
over it.
So it was like in Sight Bike.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Flipped
Oh,
right over the
shit.
bike. Head scraped up, my arm all the way up.
Oh, you managed to scrape.
my knee.
You managed to scrape up everything. Everything on your body will be scraped because I've done it before myself.
And I was like, what do I do here?
That's a straight
And I'm
pedal
like,
off.
just, yep. It's just like, are you okay? Yep. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
all right.
got up, and picked the bike up, and walked the bike home.
With the
I was
limp?
only like 3 houses down from my house.
Good thing you were close.
So I'm like,
Because you didn't have to do a walk of
back.
shame that far.
You said there, you just hit the pose.
Right.
Just do the little sexy pose out on the ground
I was supposed
while
to do
you're
that.
bleeding out.
I was supposed to do that. Blood's coming
While
dripping
you're
down your
bleeding
face. I was
out.
supposed to do that.
So, baby, blood just dripping out the earlobes.
Right? I'm be all right, baby. How about you?
Everything's looking up from here.
Imagine if I do this. Imagine what I do next.
What?
All right.
All
so
right,
your
Jen.
question, your answer.
Oh, mine isn't so much embarrassing as it is. I just tend to spend scads of money on my crushes, like scads of it, thousands of dollars. That's pretty stupid. I stopped doing that after a while.
Yeah, that's probably definitely not a good idea.
Good thing you quit.
Yeah, especially with the money. You can't be spending thousands of dollars.
Makes the world go round.
It makes the world go round.
It does. Money is the root of all evils and makes the world go round.
Right. All right, Jen. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for being
No problem.
our number one fan.
Yay.
Thanks for buying our gear. hopefully we'll be able to bring out some more gear and you'll be able to.
Still love it, right? Like it hasn't fallen apart on you? Just want to double check.
Yeah, no, it's still.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll talk to you here
Yeah.
shortly, and
We love you.
we love you. Thank you for calling in.
Somebody called that representative from Oklahoma because Sasquatch is in Montreal. Just saying.
What do you mean?
We got messing with Young Money up in that great state up north.
Young Moolah, baby.
I guess Esther, whatever her last name is, because she don't give me no motherfucking clout, so I ain't gonna call her out. It's now empowering to not shave your chest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I agree, but it's never.
So you're saying she's rocking full chest hair?
She's rocking like the action '90s fucking just badass with the curly cues and the fucking what does the Fabio look? And the long blonde hair.
Taco meat. That's what I
Oh
like to
yeah,
call that
taco
shit.
meat. Yeah, I've heard of that. I don't know about you guys, but that is disgusting. That is just. I don't care about empowerment, whatever, all natural, whatever.
I knew you were a sexist pig.
But that there's just something wrong about that to me. It's just not right. I don't know.
In the words of Randy Jackson, that's going to be a no for me, dog. That's probably where I'm at with that.
Yo.
Yeah, perfect. Yo, yeah, that's a no. Yeah, that I don't know about you guys, but nothing. That's not doing it now. That ain't getting the job done.
Do you not have for
That's
the
how
all
you feel about
natural?
that.
Listen, I'm glad that she herself can feel sexy about herself. But,
Please,
no, bro.
Please don't tell me this is a trend that is going to start happening, because that's
You look at me like I'm the fashionable one. I don't even wear pants half the time. I wear shorts to
disgusting.
weddings.
I mean, I know
Me neither.
there was a movement with the hairy armpits where these girls weren't shaving their armpits. But, I mean, I already have enough chest hair myself.
So how you out there judging?
Yeah,
Yours is poking through your dress too. Don't act like she ain't see that.
I don't want... That's just too much chest hair. Only one person can have so much.
I don't need the Velcro effect when we
Yeah,
hug.
yeah. We don't need the effect that's going to happen. The reaction.
Velcro.
The hair is getting intertwined with each other.
The
No.
rash. God.
Rashes. Yeah, whatever. It's just. It's just not. It's not good, guys.
Did anyone ever? Oh, sorry.
You're
But
fine.
You ever have Velcro shoes when you were a kid?
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever do the cross?
Absolutely.
It's fucking hit my brain for a second. I just wondered.
That's what's gonna happen, right? When you hug.
Got a knot. I got a knot.
I'm not. Oh, back up slow.
Hold on, it's stuck. It's stuck. Oh yeah, I don't know, guys.
It's always hard to argue the empowerment shit, but guess what? I bought Manscaped the fucking the fucking care package shit, so I don't want to trade with you. First off, it's
Right.
expensive enough for me to buy my own fucking blades. Yeah. No.
It's just a no-go.
I mean, look, if it makes you feel sexy, cool, great. I'll stay off your category.
To each
That's-
their own.
Right. If that's what you want to
Do
do,
your
and
thing.
if there's guys out there that like that, and
There you go.
yeah, more
But
power to you.
that's
First off-
I don't see because that's then what said like you get the whole rough. Nope, it's all bad. Like there's nothing you can do. Nope.
There's
as-
nothing you can do.
As a man that enjoys breast meat, that's not gonna fly here.
Larry Flint dies, we just go growing hair on every fucking nice spot. Like that's
All right.
Hugh Hefner's rolling over. What? What is this? None
Right.
of the bunnies had hair.
Right. Not even a piece of hair. Oh man.
It's
I
just
don't know,
not a
guys.
me thing. Maybe it's the French Canadian. Maybe that's what it is. Is that what Montreal is? French Canadian?
Oh.
Oui, oui.
I
No,
mean,
no wee wees here. No wee wees here.
Oh my god.
I just imagine, going down the beach and you're walking down the beach and there's just all these hairy chest women just, out there.
Oh, wrong beach.
I got the wrong beach here.
They-
Son of a bitch.
Wonder Woman didn't have it, and she came from an island full of just warrior women.
Right.
Though again,
Good point.
empowerment. I'm all for anybody having their empowerment. Guess what? You want to make the claim? I don't see any fat male models. Nobody's standing up for that, so don't fucking at me. Because first off, I changed my name too much for
Especially
you
no
to find
fat,
me.
hairy models, right?
Yeah. Oh, listen,
The closest we got to a model is fucking Bert Kreischer, and he's a comedian.
I mean, there's a handful of male plus models that make a good living, but just you don't see them on the regular.
No, you don't see him
definitely don't
running
see
down
him
the
on the
runway.
If you think the standards for women is ridiculous, check the ones for men when it comes on TV. And the funny part about it is, when you go to like the honest polls, y'all bitches don't look big muscular motherfuckers anyways. You take that American Gladiator shit the fuck home. I don't want no. Again, don't at me because I change my name too often. I don't even remember what it is. So, but I mean, what else? What? How about this?
What else can 2021 bring on? What else?
It's a cold day in Texas.
All right, getting off the hair chest.
Cold day.
The hairy chest. I mean, that's another 2021 trend.
Ain't no hair off my chest.
How do you guys feel about infused pizzas?
The fuck does that mean?
That means it's infused with something. So actually, this guy brought a margarita infused pizza out, and this is supposed to be starting a trend because now there's like infused shrimp pizzas. There's all kinds of different ones. But how do you guys feel about a margarita pizza?
I want
That's
some son of a
infused.
bitch to tell me the pineapple don't belong on pizza. Because me and Gary Vee gonna have fisticuffs about this one. Because he said it was the worst idea alive. I know. I looked right at you.
I mean, I got
It's not belong on
pineapple
pizza.
is not a thing for me on pizza, but it's fine if you guys like it.
One last partaker. What's on? Do you put pineapple on pizza?
That's the dumbest shit ever.
Oh!
Oh, you're outweighed around here.
Boom!
Huh?
There's three of us. in
And
this
I
one.
weigh all three of y'all. It don't matter. And I'm still putting the healthiest shit on my pizzas.
I don't know. I
It's
had
fine.
it.
I mean, a lot of people.
I
like
could
it.
live with it, but it's not.
You
lot
just
of people like
are
it.
you interested in a margarita pizza?
No,
Or are you
I
just a
want-
drunk? Remy?
True.
All I hear is the infused margarita into the pizza.
He was like alcohol and pizza.
Now, if there's pineapple happen to be on there, it's okay because it's got the margarita inside of it.
So he needs beer goggles to eat pineapple pizza. Is what he's saying.
I'd try it, but I'm probably not what.
That sounds disgusting. I'm trying to understand what it's.
Yeah,
what's
because I
being
mean,
said
I don't
here.
know. Have you guys had a margarita before? Anyone?
Yeah.
No, I have a cock.
That's probably
a
that
margarita.
has it because he doesn't like tacos, so he probably has.
God.
He had to have, when he went to the taco place, he had to have something, right? So he had a margarita. Okay.
Wow. All right.
Do you like pina
I've had-
coladas?
wait. Because we're talking about a margarita, like the drink,
Mhm.
and not a margarita pizza, right?
No, well, the pizza,
There are
pizza's
margarita
infused with a
pizzas.
margarita.
I know what he's talking.
No, like I know what you're saying. No, this one's infused with an actual margarita, and then they put like limes on top
sounds
of it.
disgusting.
That sounds dumber than pineapples on pizza.
That sounds disgusting.
I mean, I agree because like a regular margarita,
I'm
not
like,
like,
wait a
a
minute,
strawberry
what?
margarita or whatever.
No one
I
said
mean,
I
yeah.
wanted to get drunk eating my pizza. I'm supposed to eat my pizza to calm down from being drunk.
Right? Yeah.
Although being drunk makes pizza taste awesome, but
To find that out in about fucking an hour and a half.
oh, pizza sounds great now.
But yeah. So
Do I even have cash?
you think that's a good idea to like
Have cash?
So does that open the market to like infusing it with like a Bud Light or Jack Daniels or?
These are just getting more disgusting.
Sounds like something we would probably taste on the show, right?
Yep, that it fits right into the demographic. So that's exactly what we would do
It just sounds.
when they're available.
Right.
It sounds.
We're talking all this shit, but as soon as they come available,
We're gonna do it
that's
on
gonna
the
be a part of the
show.
show.
Be on Taco Bell's menu next month.
Probably right
And
next
off
to the
them up
wine,
after.
right?
Not the. It'll be a.
And Socks is gonna go there and order it, and they're not gonna put it in the bag.
But a fireball pizza.
The Fireball pizza for
Fireball
Socks.
pizza.
It just sounds lazy. It sounds like I didn't want to have to waste time drinking and eating. I just wanted to put them together. Way to go, America! Way to go!
I didn't think that was how drinking or eating worked either. I don't like this.
So, on to another trend that I was looking around at. They are called meat bouquets, and
Don't Google it. Keep
Yes.
your Google safety search
Yes.
on when you Google it.
yes, because I'm sure that could turn into something completely different.
Meat bouquet sounds like somebody I used to work with and date, but
Oh, okay. Anyways, so actually, they're a bouquet of meat.
that sounds about right.
Tyson, by the way, the brand Tyson, started this for this Valentine's Day.
Never heard of him. He knew there.
Yeah.
Must be a temp.
He can't even keep his composure. But anyways, so Tyson decided, hey, instead of your normal flowers, we're going to do a chicken nugget bouquet. And this has started like a meat bouquet. So there's like people
I have
doing-
seen the bacon ones.
So there's a bacon one. People are doing ribs.
Damn,
They don't even look-
I ain't had bacon in a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never seen a rib and been like, yeah, that looks like a fucking rose. Like
So instead of giving,
Looks like a rose.
so
that looks like
I mean,
flower.
I
arrangements.
agree, but I mean, as a
Edible
guy,
arrangements.
instead of getting flowers, I'm sure some of
The bacon one sounds because you can contort bacon to look like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
flower
right.
buds.
and the chicken nuggets, like they kind of like made like a stem and like had the flower type look, and the nugget was like the
Edible arrangements.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
that is funny.
I think
Those
it's
things
pretty
are
cool.
expensive as fuck.
I think
too.
it's more of a guy thing, right? I don't know if you're
You can just give
different
me-
ladies might want.
You're getting punched in the face if you give that
Yeah,
to
true.
a woman.
Oh.
Chicken nuggets.
I know a chick, you gave her bacon, she was very excited. So,
Well, as long as you're giving her the meat, right?
hey, somebody's got to.
But yeah, so what do you guys? I mean, it's something new. I think it's different.
It's better than a fucking margarita infused pizza.
The only
Yeah.
thing is
sounds
it has to be
disgusting.
like you'd have to get it and like have it. I don't know how they would preserve it. Like you'd have to have it like
Can you put that in the microwave?
right. Is it? Do you get it in a package and then you warm it up and then give it to her?
Right,
Like,
like, how does that
right.
cook?
How does that? That part I didn't
How do
see
you
how that
keep that
happened.
Because actual edible arrangements are fruit.
Yeah, fruit, so you're good. You're like, you don't gotta
they're
worry
fine.
about that.
So what do you do with meat? This just has FDA written all over it.
Right. This has first person to eat the chicken nuggets now has what do they call that?
Salmonella.
Salmonella?
Salmonella, yes. Salmonella poisoning.
Sure, you could probably catch COVID too.
COVID.
That's if your meat is, not. If you
60
don't wear a
apart.
mask when you eat your meat, I guess. No. Because if you eat it, you can't get COVID when you take your mask off to eat food. You just,
Right.
It's fucking science. Everybody knows that.
Fucking double mask when you eat.
Pretty much. Stay 6 feet away from my bouquet. Fight over bacon bouquets. Rib though?
Bacon. Ribs you'd have to have like right there. You'd have to order it
Like-
like right there.
I couldn't understand just somebody being like, "Yeah, I made a rib bouquet." That sounds hardcore metal as hell. Like the dude who made a skeleton out of his uncle's, or made a guitar out of his uncle's skeleton. That was metal as fuck. Although Rob Zombie now says being a vegan, it makes you metal as fuck, but whatever.
Wait, Rob Zombie's a vegan?
Yeah, he says now the most metal thing you can do is be a vegan.
Oh, that's really hardcore.
Yeah, I think you
Super hardcore.
That's super hard. That screams hardcore.
Screams
All right,
put
Rob.
him in his fucking coffin already. Is what
Hey,
it
Rob,
screams.
what's going on? You lost
You've
your
lost
damn mind?
Lost His movies are still great,
Those
but
movies are awesome.
there's apparently more meat in his movies than in his diet. So, House of a Thousand Corpses.
All right, so the next one, guys, we're keeping on with this craziness. So I don't remember the name of the company, but they actually came out with a backpack, and it's a wine box, and it's a portable wine box. So you put you strap it on like a backpack, and obviously it has a line, so you could fill up your wine glass or whatever. I think this is pretty cool. I think this could lead into like beer and other.
Them have been around in just water jugs. They're called camel bags. They're a military thing
True.
forever.
But now you put some wine, you put some alcohol in there.
Me and Mark Cuban agree. Wine in a box is the most classiest fucking thing you can do.
Exactly. I think.
Rolling around with your fucking North Face book bag and just slurping on some fucking barefoot or whatever the fuck.
Something in like a Fireball box.
That was the
Bud Light
whitest
box.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know.
And if that's happening, they need to bring back the fucking hard hat or the baseball hat with
Oh,
the
the
fucking.
double.
Oh,
the
the
double.
straws. There you fucking go. I'm sure you can find one. If
I
not,
actually
we
have,
should make them.
I have a America for July the 4th, and it has a devil with
Very-
the two
Can
straws
we
on it.
can we get a 4 too many one of those?
Right?
Ooh, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Oh,
I'll fucking buy one of those bitches.
Now you're really talking. That was a great
Yes.
idea, right on the show. Look at
That's
you.
well, we got to find who makes them first.
Yeah,
Right.
we need to
Hey.
figure that out.
Fucking Spencers.
Right.
I'm sure them fuckers got them.
We just need to how we can get our logo on that
I
bad boy.
don't know about they might sell like edible chest hair maybe, but they ain't gonna
Animal
sell.
chest hair.
Oh, that's more Hot Topic speed.
Ooh. No, Hot Topic's soft now. I think they're rolling with the vegans.
Rolling with the vegans.
Just
Oh, it's
calling
around
out
time,
all
so-
the vegans. Well,
Sorry,
I mean, I
vegans,
appreciate
but-
you calling out the vegans, but Hot Topic is just staying to their brand. They stay on the what's hip.
Yes, they do. They said that, by the way. I think they quoted that.
Yeah. That's the exact quote. With the hip. Cool hip. Cool hip. What other trend? Any other ridiculous trends you got out there?
I don't have any more.
Infused pizzas.
Infused pizzas.
Red bouquets.
Yep.
Bouquet.
That still sounds metal as fuck.
Wine backpacks. I mean,
Wine
I think the
backpack.
backpack thing would be cool though if you were allowed to actually like go into an outdoor concert and take it with you. I'm sure you probably are not allowed to because obviously most of them say you can't.
No,
bring your
that
own
doesn't
alcohol.
sound safe at all. You know how easy that's fucking Bill Cosby roofie alert all over it. You want to slurp my straw?
You want to slurp my straw?
Would you like some wine?
Would you say it exactly like that? Would you want to slurp my
You wanna
straw?
slurp? Just out there, just walking around the crowd, just slurp, slurp,
Oh my
slurp.
God.
Why are they passing out? Slurp. This fucking works better than. Hey, does this smell like chloroform to you?
I could just see Socks. His would be a fireball one. He would have fireball. Look at him. He's like,
Fireball
it's not a bad idea.
Wonder how
Fireball
expensive
party.
it would be to put in like a super soaker though, like the old school the book bag ones. You just pump it.
Oh, that'd be
You get
sweet.
like a full like half
Shoot
gallon
him
and
with a fireball.
just do it at the camping trips.
The old
Start spraying people.
ICP style, 7-hour with red pop fireball.
No, go in the closet.
Hey,
He said, go in the closet.
you want the ICP to join the vegans?
Don't want them to just die. Fuck all that.
All right.
I'd rather deal with chest hair on tits.
They probably have some of those at their concert.
That's what they are. They're just hairy tits are what they are.
Yeah.
Two hairy tits bobbing around the fucking stage. That's what they are.
I'm sure some of their fans have experienced.
Just fucking nipple tassels. They're just
Yeah.
fucking dirty nipple tassels is what the entire thing is.
I guess they're joining Alan Cox.
Yeah,
huh?
I was just about to say, my next words are, and fuck you too, Alan Cox.
Wow.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing
Because
this?
it's fun. Why not?
I don't think that's some Epstein type shit you're trying to pull right now, and I don't
It's a train
appreciate it.
wreck. What do you expect?
What are we doing here? What is next?
Do we even know? Yeah, we know. That was a joke. I know what we're doing.
So moving on, we're going to do another rendition of our pick 3, and this week we are doing movie classic sequels. I don't know what you define as a classic, but as always, we're going to go, we'll all pick our 3, then we'll pick our number 2, and then we'll pick our number 1.
Around the horn.
Say it.
Do
I know
that
you
was
want-
when
I know
said
you-
it.
oh, you fucking can't stand it.
That's why I said it, and I looked at him too.
It just makes me laugh. Because, like, again, when I was like 12, I used to watch that when I came home from school, and now it just sucks.
It was awesome, though, by the way.
Yeah, when they actually had good fucking sports writers on there.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll jump in there.
All right.
My number 3 would be Goonies. No reason, but
Good reason. Fuck it.
I don't really have a reason. I just
All right, I'll go next. My third movie, and probably this won't be no surprise to nobody, because it's an Adam Sandler movie, but Waterboy. I need a Waterboy 2. Give me it.
Mhm.
Come on, Waterboy 2, please.
H2O.
H2O. That's some high quality H2O.
Mom said they should make a sequel to my movie.
Des?
Well, my number 3 is the same as Socks. I
I
went
was
with the
wondering.
Goonies.
I was wondering why you fucking looked at me like that. I'm like, damn, that movie sucked that bad to you?
Nope, I got the same as you.
My number 3 is Constantine.
I just knew out of everybody, you're going to be the one that's going to throw out some names that we're not even close to.
Is that on Netflix? Never seen it.
You never seen Constantine?
No.
Oh,
I'm not a big movie. I'm not a big movie person.
Nah.
My only problem is I'd be afraid somebody would do the sequel and then try and connect it back to DC, because Constantine is in DC.
That's a touchy one to think about. Like, I kind of would be afraid they would fuck it up.
The fucking classic is priceless. Well,
Yeah,
that's
but I'm
you
kinda
couldn't do it
afraid.
without Keanu Reeves in it.
That's just one of those ones that I would put on the touchy list. Like, do I really?
Little Uncle Joe.
Yeah, little
Touchy
Uncle
list?
Joe. Yeah,
Smell like Teen Spirit?
Smell like Teen Spirit.
Oh,
Wow.
Number 2.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, see, I didn't even.
That is awesome. I didn't even think about it. That is one of my
I
that
totally
is one of my
would've.
favorite movies. But I've been wanting, and actually, you do know they had talks about it.
Yeah, I was reading up on it, and
It was supposed to be like about because you know how they were getting married or whatever.
he said he'd still be open to doing it and whatnot. Also, I think what's his name, John Heder.
John Heder. Yep. I definitely think, but they should do that before they get too old. Like they need to do that here soon, I would think. But my number 2 is Spaceballs. And I definitely think we need a little Spaceballs right now. It'd be perfect timing for that. So
Spaceballs.
My boy Rick Moranis. Isn't that the guy that just got his ass kicked on the sidewalk? He
Was that him?
got mugged. I think that's him.
I think you're right. I think he did actually.
Probably because I know the stupidest information. No,
The Swords was not
That
one.
sounded like some TMZ.
no, it wasn't. He got fucking knocked the
That
fuck
sounded like
out.
some TMZ information. But yeah.
I'm a lawyer.
Spaceballs is definitely has. I think that would be as long as they didn't mess it up. There's got to be a second.
That's the hardest, because they did the same thing with Anchorman. The sequel was nowhere near as good as the first
Yeah.
one. And they tried hard. They shelled out a lot of money to bring the original cast back, and number 2 was...
It's really hard to try to meet
Especially
some of these
classics.
originals, yeah.
But
Sometimes there's movies out there they do.
that's why we're here. We're here to guide you. To not fucking it up, I guess.
Right. Des?
It's for my number 2. Somebody's gonna hate me for it, but Tenacious D.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
He's going to be in the Borderlands movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Jack
Him and Kevin Hart.
Borderlands movie. Yep.
There's a couple other people I can't remember. But
Oh, I can't remember.
Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale, I think.
It's gonna sound weird, but my favorite movie that he was in was
None of them. Absolutely none of them.
was in the one about I can't remember it was the house was like a kid. It was like a kid movie, but the house was actual like a clock. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a good movie.
I don't give a single fuck about his career.
Yeah, I
so.
know you're not a fan.
Jesus.
Would have been him and
You
Alan
know what I'm
Cox
talking
did a
about?
movie.
The house was like a clock, and it was like
Makes you feel bad. Eddie Murphy's
and also
in that line.
he was
with me,
in
too.
he was in Goosebumps too, right?
Yes.
And that
Fuck that.
I actually liked it. I thought that was pretty decent.
That might be his best movie he's done.
I'm not a big.
Tenacious D. God
I'm not
damn it.
yeah.
That movie, the only thing I hate about the movie is the fact that he breathes in it.
Oh my God.
Like,
The one
Damn.
that I can't really stand is you're probably gonna want to smack me for it because you like him, but Nacho Libre that
Hate
movie
it.
is ridiculous. I'm with you on that one. I don't. But I did have somebody call me. They said I look like Jack Black, and I
You
was
should have
like,
fucking shot him.
Oh my
You
God.
should have ripped their fucking dick off.
It
and
actually
beat
was
him
one
with
of our. We
Wow.
went out like it was a comment when we were going out. All of us were going out back in the day. One of our friends was like, "Oh, who's that dude? He looks like Jack Black." And I'm like, "I've never ever
it. I'd
anybody."
roundhouse kicked them in their
Who
fucking
the fuck
jugular.
said that, or you can't say?
Huh?
Who said
I
that?
don't know. It was one of Carl's friends, and I'm like,
Oh, okay.
but I've never had anybody ever call me that. And went back and looked, because when someone calls you something, you're like, well, maybe I do look like him. And I looked and I'm like, I don't look nothing like this dude.
Yep.
Unless you're just trying to make a
Things
short,
look-
fat joke.
Probably
that's what
that
it
was
was.
about as far as it could go.
I mean, if you're trying to make a
things
short,
don't look right
fat
when you're
joke,
drunk.
okay. But there's a hell of a lot more people that you could call me that's short and fat than Jack Black. That's,
I went to jail for assault that night.
yeah.
Roundhouse kicked you in the fucking jugular.
Roundhouse your ass.
My number 2 is Four Brothers. That is the all-time fucking classic. Actually, it is a classic in my book. So
like
I
that.
know,
You call
right?
it a classic.
what the fuck? It's a classic. Number 1 should be interesting.
Who wants to go first? Sax?
Office Space. I mean, hard to do, probably.
Yeah.
I feel, but
It's not one of those touchy ones.
Haven't even seen it. So
oh,
You haven't seen Office Space?
that name doesn't even ring a bell.
You need to go. You have to watch Office
you'll
Space.
laugh your ass off.
You have to. I'm not even joking. You really have to go watch that
I mean,
movie.
there's a handful that I know are just old, like
Seriously, go back and watch Office Space.
When did that come out?
It's older movie, but it's not too old, right?
90? After the 90s,
Yeah.
right?
I would say early
It was early 2000s.
early 2000s.
Not that old. That
No,
early
no.
2000s will still be over 10 years ago. So it's a
I
bit
know.
old.
But
I mean, but not as old as the
we're
90s,
going back in like the
so-
90s, 80s movies.
My oldest is a 2000 movie. So
Right.
Don't worry. I'm looking at the power. 99.
Oh, 99,
it's
okay.
yeah, that's only
I mean, it's
fucking
old.
22 years now.
Return
I
of the-
try not to think about that being old because
I was
obviously that
6.
makes me old. But
So
yeah,
you
that's-
being old makes you old.
seriously go back and watch it.
Well,
I know
six
it's like it's
afraid.
Office
7.
Space.
yes, seriously, I'm telling you, you would.
He finally said it.
What'd he say?
Why 6 afraid of 7?
Did he finally say
Yep.
it?
'Cause 7, 8, 9, you son of a bitch.
But yeah,
Office Space.
you need to go back and watch it. I know you would love it. Like
Who's in it? Oh, yeah, it's such a great fucking movie.
There's
Though.
it's a lot of no-namers,
it's a
but
lot of no-namers.
Jennifer Aniston's in that fucker.
Yeah,
Oh, well, next time leave with that.
you like Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's a great movie. You need to watch it. I think we'd all recommend it. You
There's a
watch it.
bunch of fucking no-namers in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking Z-list.
So-
fucking actor.
Z-list celebrities.
Number 1 for me, and you already said it, was Four Brothers.
I knew as soon as he looked at it.
So that movie definitely has to have a sequel, and I'm pretty sure it's been talked about,
It has
and
been
there
talked
is
about.
something that they said they would all redo. So not redo, but make a sequel too. So
I love how I've seen that like 6% of the movies that you guys said because I don't watch fucking movies.
have you seen Four Brothers?
I don't even know
Oh.
what the fuck that's
Oh,
about.
Oh,
that's a good
Lord,
movie.
man! I know you're not a movie person, but
I'm looking it up right now.
if you do need to
It's
see
a-
Mark Wahlberg,
I'll probably watch that shit.
the dude from what's his name? From
Gibson.
Outcast? Gibson.
Tyrese Gibson?
Yeah,
Tyrese
Tyrese Gibson.
That's gonna be a
My
tough
daughter back.
That Office Space is amazing too, but Four Brothers is on the top of my food chain of movies. That's a phenomenal movie.
Is that the fucker from Fast and the Furious also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm out.
No, you have to watch it. Literally, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't even just because he's from that movie doesn't mean
I haven't seen those either. I just think he's a
Oh.
piece of shit.
Oh, well. You still have. Don't you guys agree with me?
It's a
He
good
ha-
movie.
He has to watch this movie. If you go decide to watch a movie, I know you're not a big movie person, but
I don't
it's-
even know who has it, but
Huh?
I don't know if any service has it.
I'm back at work now, so I got to use my time off wisely.
No, I think everybody will tell you it's a phenomenal movie.
So mine, I'm gonna go all the way out in left field and throw a cartoon out there. Osmosis Jones.
Oh, fuck yes. I didn't even think about that.
Yep, I think it would need it.
That dropped me down to 3%.
Oh well.
He said 3%.
That movie's fucking priceless. That's a classic as a kid, too.
Yep.
Oh, you're, what the fuck was the one remake you wanted? Animaniacs? The
Animaniacs, yeah.
Are being remade.
They
anyway.
are actually being remade.
My number 1 is Gladiator,
Gladiator.
which That one's a bit hard to do, but that was in talks to have a sequel 3 or 4 times.
You always have the ones that I don't think about.
That one was
and,
hard
like,
because for
after
me
I
it
think
was
about it, I'm like, man, I fucked up.
Still
but
at
I should've-
3%, right?
Have you seen Gladiator?
Knock me down to 2.
like my
Gladiator.
Watch
Yeah.
fucking movies.
my number
I
one.
get it.
My number one literally was the first time I didn't put my runner-up in there, but it was Gladiator or Patriot.
Oh.
That movie I used to watch
Okay.
is fucking shit done because I knew I could.
1%. You're done.
Dude, only time I
the
watch
one
movies if I got to go to the fucking theater.
Okay, the one I really wanted to put in there
If I got
was
to go.
Training Day. But the only problem with Training Day now is Denzel is he's older. And I just watched him in a movie, his latest movie.
Little details.
It was a phenomenal movie, but I don't
Him
think,
and Jared Leto.
yeah,
coming up.
I don't think that at his age now, he can play the character. He's got gray hair. He just kind of like looks like an old, you know what I mean? He don't look like that badass from Training Day anymore.
But you won't tell that to him to his face.
Hell no, I wouldn't. But in the new movie, he plays like a cop, like a chubbier cop. You know, that's fine. But like in Training Day, he was like a badass. You know
Not
what I
like
mean?
Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon old, right?
He's
No, he's not.
He's not that bad. When I picture
Myrtle!
when I seen him with gray hair, and I was kind of like, oh, man, I hate to see that he's getting gray hair because he's a phenomenal actor, and you start to move out of certain roles when you get that gray hair. But
All I can think now.
now, don't tell me you're down to 0%. You've seen Training Day, right? Okay, thank you.
Now all I
If you
can
didn't see
picture-
Training Day, I was gonna come to
He's
his.
at 0.5.
I was coming to his apartment tomorrow, and we were gonna watch Training Day together.
Watch it all.
Because that's a. Oh, we didn't got to.
All that's just stuck in my
top
head now
5,
is
bro.
Murtaugh just sitting on the toilet and the bomb sitting behind his toilet.
Oh, shit. But I've seen fucking every one of those dumbass movies.
Oh, and now this brings up one.
Did you see the TV show?
Sorry, one more. There's one more movie that I wanted to happen, and it's probably not going to happen now. Is there had to be one more Friday, the last Friday, and Pops died, so now
And Debo.
and Debo's dead.
I wouldn't even want to watch it.
Yeah, so unfortunately they waited too long because I know they were working.
They were working on it
And
before.
then Ice Cube had some problems with the production company. They wanted to do. They didn't want. He wanted to be the like his direction, and they were trying to put their spin on it.
They're still battling with bringing Chris Tucker back, and that's the only reason I really wanted to watch it.
Yeah, and what was going to be cool about this was going to be the last Friday, and they were going to bring everybody back. But now, unfortunately, two of the
Sucks.
rest in peace guys, two of the important people are dead. But yeah, that would have been on the top too, because there's nothing better than a Good Friday movie, man.
Yeah, those movies are fucking funny.
Especially Pops, man.
I was looking
You
for
can't
it
have
last Friday.
you can't have a Friday movie without
Oh, no.
Pops.
That's,
You,
Hit
do
me,
you like Friday
please.
movies? Okay.
You got to think
They are
Bernie
classic.
Mac, too.
Huh?
And Bernie Mac, too.
Oh,
right.
man.
They wanted to bring everybody back, so
You can get the
Right,
holograms.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that big.
but
Well, Bernie's
Still
been
got-
going
it's
for a
been
while.
They were gonna do it without.
You could have done it without Bernie, but
They were gonna do it
without
without Bernie.
without Pops and Debo.
That gets rid of most of the plot of
Your
Yeah.
girl.
Last Friday.
And then that girl that supposedly looked like Janet Jackson's dead, too.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're just dropping left and right on that. None of them are really old, and I don't know how old Pops was, but
He had to be late
I know
60s.
Debo wasn't that old, right?
He had to be late 60s.
No, he was because that was
That
recent.
too.
But
Yeah, Debo was recently.
Doesn't quite stats I had on me coming into the podcast.
I know.
So
I'm saying Pops is he was probably the oldest one.
He had to
obviously.
be in his 60s.
Yeah,
Late
he
60s.
was-
But man, that's rest in peace, guys. I wish we would have been able to get that before. They just had too many communication problems going on or whatever. But I don't know. It just wouldn't be the same without them. I don't even. They're done, right? They're not even going to try to.
I don't think
I
so.
would
I
assume
think that
not,
just went.
No, I was way off. 77.
He was 77. Okay. So
I
yeah,
think that just went out the window.
I'm
with
pretty sure once he
everybody
died, yeah,
gone.
yeah.
But
this wouldn't be the same. Couldn't be the last Friday without them. Those are classics.
what I took away from all that, Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones.
It's funny because when you're doing your list, man, everyone starts saying things, and you're like, man, that could have been on my list, or reminds you of other movies. Like, damn. All right, moving on to something way more serious. Do you guys think that minimum wage needs to be $15 an hour?
The hardest part about it is it's really kind of a yes and no question or yes and no answer, because you can never deny somebody. You should never be like, no, you don't deserve more money in your life, especially for hard workers. At least 4 out of the 4 people in this room understand the fact that some companies are just shit and need to pay you $15 an hour anyways. Yes, I know. That's why I have to say it. The issue is, if you make it across the board, first off, you hurt the small businesses who can't afford it.
Yeah.
And then you get right back to the thing, all right, so we're going to bump you to 15, and we're going to bump the people who forgot his 3 fucking tacos to 15. That's the hardest part about it is if the minimum, like, hey, cool, you get to be a manufacturer and build machines, and this dude forgot to put my fucking tacos in a bag, and now I got to bitch slap him.
Unfortunately, I think with the $15 an hour is, unfortunately, companies won't take that loss. You know, not the little companies, because the little companies would be hurt and they wouldn't be able to employ as many people, and they probably wouldn't be able to. Some of them wouldn't be able to operate. You know, unfortunately, because they only make a certain amount of money. But your bigger companies, I mean, not your, obviously, like Walmarts and Targets, they're already starting to pay that kind of money anyways.
Yeah, Target now will be doing it. Walmart will be now.
Yeah, they're huge, these huge corporations. But your regular, everyday companies, they're not like McDonald's and all them. They're not going to take that loss. They'll pay the $15 an hour. They'll probably eliminate some people with the new technology.
Yeah.
But they'll still have to pay the guy that makes the hamburgers, puts your food together, passes it out the drive-thru window. But they're not going to take that loss. They're going to put that right on your cheeseburger. They're going to put that right on your fries. They're going to add that money to it. So all of us in this room are not only going to pay more for everything we need to, but majority of us are still going to make the same amount of money. Just because they raise the minimum wage to 15, a lot of companies are going to be like, well, if you're making 16, 17, they're not going to be like, well, hey, you know, since these guys got bumped up to 15, we now got to pay you 20 an hour. That's not going to happen. You're going to be, say you work for 10 years for someplace, and you're only going to be a couple dollars away from this person that's been there for 6 months or whatever. And unfortunately, like I said, the company's not going to take the loss. They're going to put it on their product. They're going to, and then guess who's going to take the real loss is the guy that's not getting the minimum wage. It's the guy that's above the minimum wage. Now you got to pay more for your product. So that's what's going to hurt us, you know, like the guys that are just making above the minimum wage. Now don't get me wrong. If everything would just adjust and slide on, like say 15, and then you got a $3 bump, but a lot of companies aren't going to give that other guy $3. No,
like right now you can't.
They're not going to adjust that for you, and unfortunately,
that would ruin the national average of every job that we have in the country.
Exactly.
If you did minimum wage, federal minimum wage at $15 an hour, then your people who literally average $30,000 a year, their job doesn't mean as much anymore.
Right.
You have people in actual industries that make close to $15 an hour.
Yeah.
And now everybody has to. So it's not just, so you got all these companies that make their products. They have workers that make their products. So the price of everything goes up in the store. The price of everything at the restaurant goes up. So now you're literally back where you were. The $15 an hour becomes the new $7 an hour.
Right.
It's the same thing.
The dude that's making $15 an hour is now screwed because he could live off the $15 an hour because the cost of living was I mean, it's high, don't get me wrong, but now he's competing with the cost of living being way up here. So now his $15 an hour job that he got to, you know, he worked that hard to get to that spot. Now it's nothing. Like you said, it's minimum wage. And that's what it is. A job's supposed to be, when you say minimum wage, it's obviously usually minimum wage jobs. Not to say anything against anybody that's out there struggling and had to take on a minimum wage job. There's nothing wrong with that. but usually they're for younger kids and for people that are just getting in the job force.
For non-skilled labor.
Yeah, for non-skilled labor, and there's nothing wrong with having a wage that's lower. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think the minimum wage is a little too low? Yes, I think it. I think the current minimum wage is, I don't know, it's like $8 or something, right?
8 something.
It's 8 something and some change. I think it needs to be maybe bumped up to $10, $11, and then of course I would feel like everything else needs to be adjusted a little bit. But I don't. If I think when we're getting to the $15 an hour, I think there's a group of people and a lot of people that are end up going to be screwed because of this. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like you're going to turn into, like you said, the actual jobs, like skilled laborers who are just now going to become 15. You can get the issue of, why the fuck should I do this job
Yeah.
when I can do
That's
that
another thing.
job?
If you're making $15 an hour, and then Joe at McDonald's is making $15 an hour, you're going to be like, why would I want to do that? You want me to do that for $15 an hour? I'm going to go do this, which is a lot easier, and I'm still going to make the same amount of money.
What does the average bartender make per hour, you think?
Bartenders, they get paid.
$2 to $3 an
$2 to
hour
$3
plus
an
their
hour.
tips.
So imagine that. Can they fire them up $13 more an hour?
Yeah,
So
I'm telling you, like,
with the wage with tips, so
this-
you got to increase the wage with tips, and then
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the same. That's the same thing. Everything goes up now.
Right.
Your restaurants, you're
paying $17
Now, instead
for
of getting
6
your-
mozzarella sticks.
now
and-
in happy
Exactly.
hour, your $2-3 beer that you could get in your tall glass, not going to be
$7,
$5,
$8.
$6, so maybe $7, $8, like you said.
That's why the Seanster drinks at home.
You know,
well, but the case of beer, you gonna get a 6 for $30.
yeah.
That's what I'm willing to take that risk, but
But you know what he's saying? He's saying in general,
No,
like,
I get it.
everything's
I
going
get
to
Everything
go
will
up.
go up because minimum wage went
In
up.
a perfect world, of course, we'd want to say, hey, minimum wage would be $15 an hour, and then we'd all adjust with that. But that's not the way it would happen. So no one, these companies aren't going to take the loss. It's going to be us that would take the loss, and I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not like everything's just going to adjust and we live in this perfect world. That's not going to happen.
So could you calculate and figure out what you need to adjust it to? Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with
But-
bumping up to like $10 an hour. I don't think there's nothing wrong
Still
with
have the
that.
same effect, though.
to
Yeah,
just,
I mean,
but
it's going to
it'll-
go up, but
not as bad.
not jumping from 8 to 15 though. I mean, that's a huge,
but the problem. So if
right?
well,
the
you're
10,
small,
Things
but
will go up, but
making your small adjustments based on the cost of living. It depend because I mean, making the jump more than cents is gonna change things drastically.
of course, right?
So, but you kind of have to think about it. People are wanting this. Oh, minimum wage has to be. Minimum wage has to be. Okay. First of all, the country doesn't work that way. If you change federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, everywhere that rides that $8 line is screwed. Everywhere where it was cheap to live is screwed. We're one of those places where it's cheap to be here.
Right.
And we're getting screwed by other states already in our housing market.
Mm-hmm.
So you turn that around and make the job market worse, and then you make so now it costs the same to live in New York or Ohio. Okay, why do I want to be in Ohio now?
Right. Yeah. What's the benefit? We already have a hard enough time making Cleveland, Ohio, a place to be. Yeah. I agree. It is not.
You change the cost of living. What?
Mindless to say you're gonna put a lot of people out of work. At the end of the day, the guy, Little Joe's Pizza Shop, can't afford to pay everybody $15 an hour. You know what I mean?
Never had Little Joe's Pizza.
Well, you should try it out. I'm just kidding. There's no Little Joe's around here. Maybe there is. I don't know of one, but
Sure, there is.
there probably is.
Somewhere.
I mean, that would be a pretty common. But to
I
say,
know a familiar
you know, or if
one in Lakewood
or
named after a certain person on this show. But shameless plug.
all right. But yeah, somebody's pizza. But like I said, you know, if he was to stay afloat, it would probably be him and like 2 other people in there. You know, if he had like 10 employees, half are probably getting slashed.
Damn,
And-
you put it like that?
I mean, that's
Like
but that's a
Michael
reality
Myers
because,
shit.
and on top of that, like, I know they want to. It's a 15 right now, or is it a gradual 15?
No, it's one per year,
Yeah, it's a grad.
which
So-
still isn't a good idea.
yeah, even one per
No,
year.
it's still-
It's not, like I said, things are not going to
Well-
adjust accordingly.
Another issue is just the fact that just because you're forcing companies to do it, that, like you said, you're not forcing companies to pay skilled laborers adequately,
Yeah,
which is the issue. Is you're not. Some places don't pay based off of your ability and your experience, so you're just pigeonholed into it.
Mhm.
As to where you bump everybody up to 15, it just becomes an issue. But small businesses are already suffering enough.
yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, right now through COVID, all these small businesses have already went through enough. A lot of them are holding on to their thing. Then you're like, hey, you got to pay them more. And it's a lot. I mean, like I said, in a perfect world, if everything would adjust and just automatically everybody,
But that money,
that's
the
just
extra
not
money
gonna
they
work.
have to pay has to go somewhere.
right.
So they're going to increase the prices of
Right.
their products,
Right.
and then we have to pay that. So then you're making the same that you used to make, regardless.
Right.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, and you're
See
like
me
I
leaning
said,
back.
you're
Lean back.
maybe the people that are
Lean
getting
back.
bumped up to 15, but now we're going to be in an economy that's so high, like the cost of living is going to be astronomical.
Well,
So
but
even
you're
making
talking,
that $15 minimum wage is not going to be that great.
but you're talking about like everybody having to make 15 or more. So you're messing up the people that have either had to be in their job for a long period of
Right.
time, or people that had to be skilled to be promoted to get that job that was 15 an hour, or people that went to school for that job and had to start out at 15 an hour.
Yeah, how would you
Why would I want to go to school,
to even
get out, and be like, all right, now I make 15 an hour? Oh, wait, I made 15 an hour when I was in school.
right? So I just did those 4 years of school to be at the same spot he is, and he didn't even do nothing to get there.
Don't mean nothing anyways. You already got people going to 6 years of school and still not being able to find a damn job when they get out.
Well, yeah,
And
that's a
owing
good point.
$200,000 a day.
$200,000, right?
And the price hikes, unfortunately, the companies set their prices. They can set it just because it's a fucking Monday. We're going to raise it 10% because
Right.
shit companies get to do what they want
Right.
to do
And
anyway.
they're not gonna stop their profit margin. They're not gonna cut into their profit margin. They're gonna keep their profit margin the same. So, like I said, it's just a mess for everybody. Yeah, it sounds fantastic for the guy that's making $8 an hour, but in the reality, you don't want to see what's gonna come for that.
No, you'll be in literally the exact same place that you are,
Yeah.
crying about making $15 an hour.
And then you'll be like, "Damn, I'm making $15."
Oh, I wish I made 20.
But now,
Oh, I wish I
yeah.
made 25. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I
Right.
made 30.
Right. It's just a
Well, yeah, the minimum wage always chases the cost of living, and that's always been the issue. Anyway,
Right.
we'll raise it 60 cents next year, and then the cost of living will go up fucking 31%. And it's always the fucking issue is you're like, yeah, I got a quarter this year, but the cost of living went up more than a quarter per year.
And that's a lot of people don't. A lot of people that want that don't realize that outcome. They just think, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna make $15 an hour." Well, yeah, you're gonna make $15 an hour, but the cost of living is gonna be. Try to go rent a 1-bedroom apartment. If it gets up to $15 an hour, see how much that cost.
Well, yeah, like you said,
Saxes looked at me like, "Hey."
like Des alluded to about like certain just cost of living in certain markets, like being in California, you'd have to work 2.5 part like minimum wage jobs to afford a normal earning, like
To live in a studio.
yeah, because of the market itself, the price of the market itself, and first you'd have to work. I think the study was 3 years ago. You'd have to work 104 hours at a minimum wage job per week to afford
That's
104
asinine.
hours. That's cool. It's only like 12 and a half hours a day, 7 days a week. Like,
How many hours are in a week?
We don't even want to know.
At that point, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know where you were at,
Well,
what
well,
day.
think
Does
of
anyone
this
know
way.
that math?
Think of it this way.
Try to do it real quick, and it didn't work in my head.
Well, think of it this way. You work 8 per day, 5 days a week is 40 hours. So 104 is 2.5 times that.
Mhm.
You'd have to work 20 hours in a 5-day work week. So
168. So you're working. What's that about? 70%. 70.
104. It leaves you with 64 hours a week.
Yeah, fuck all that. No splitter.
64.
So legit,
Divided
you
by-
work and then go to sleep, and then wake up and go to work.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
go back,
'cause
go
you
get
gotta
home, go to
figure-
sleep, then you wake
You
up
have
and
no
go to
life
work.
at all.
Yep, you'd have about if you worked 7 days a week, you'd have about 8 hours a day free.
Yeah.
So, you only need to sleep like
And you're supposed
You
to
sleep 8
recommend
hours,
it's supposed to be
legit.
8 hours.
You go the fuck to sleep, and you wake up, you go to work. You get off, you go back home, go to sleep.
Don't schedule a doctor's appointment.
That's where that Kurt
You ain't got no
Cobain
time.
comes in, baby. Just fuck it off yourself.
ammo prices are at all-time low.
I mean, but yeah, people don't realize the after effects and what would happen from them. So no, I'm against $15 an
Uncle
hour.
Joe, baby.
Uncle Joe.
It's making some treadway, so I don't know. It might make it.
The biggest issue.
Capitalism is the way to go.
The biggest issue currently was that small businesses couldn't handle a 15 minimum wage because of the pandemic. Was why they won't do it now. Why they won't start it now with the 1.9 trillion dollar bill. Yeah, like
So their theory is to gradually do it.
yeah. Once everything recovers, they're wanting to do $1 per year for 5 years, which just means be ready to see the cost of living spike for 5 straight years.
Oh man! And like I said, the guy that is making that $15 an hour now is going to suffer
Mm-hmm.
because they want that.
And that's where like you said, the cost of living in certain markets really goes around because you need to. I mean, if you want to make good money, find one of them low cost living areas like BFE. Certain places I've lived, unfortunately, for too long.
Certain places I've lived before.
One of them, if you drive too fast and blink too long type boroughs, you can pay $500 for a whole full house for rent, but the issue there is the job market is slim to none. It's all a crapshoot.
Yeah, like I said, if everything was a perfect world and everything adjusted accordingly, fine, so be it. But that's not how it works, and it's never going to work like that. And like you said,
It's a novel
minimum
idea.
wage is chasing the
It's
cost
always
of
chasing
living.
cost
Yeah,
of
so
living.
I mean,
It's a novel idea to think like, yes, people will be able to afford things because we raised it to 15. But it's one of them things like, it's like when people are sports fans and only read the box scores, like, oh, hey, they scored 130 points. Or like, oh, like, I hate to use the name of it, like, oh, Kobe hit 40 points tonight. Didn't look at the fact he only hit 38% of his shots. Like,
right.
they just look at the total number and don't look at the like what it affects and everything.
It's flashy. They like the
Yeah,
flashy
like-
part of it.
It's a novel idea to think everybody will get to make $15 an hour,
Right.
but you don't think of it like, oh
What would
shit, what
happen
is your
if
gas
everyone
price
made
gonna be?
$15 an hour?
You'll pay
Right.
$4 a gallon at the pump
Yeah, you'll be paying $4 a
in
gallon.
Ohio. Imagine what you pay in California.
You're
You're just
one-
gonna walk.
Your 1-bedroom apartment will be, even in a dump somewhere in the ghetto, will be $900, $1,000 for a 1-bedroom.
But that's
mean-
normally how everything works. Everything has its cycle and it resets. Ask GameStop. Things normally just find a way to crash it.
Yes, game.
Find a way to crash each other. It just
Yeah,
ebbs and flows. But
right. It's not reality, And
the issue with the $15 minimum wage is everybody's so they mean well. They mean well. The issue is they're fucking stupid. That's the issue, and it's not their fault. They're just stupid.
right.
Yes, of course, I want everybody to make $15 an hour.
Yeah,
But think of it this way: if you send your kids to work and you're making 15 an hour, or you're making 15.50 an hour, you worked at your place 11 years. You just send your kid to work at McDonald's for his first job. He's working,
making 50 cents less.
50 cents less an hour.
Yeah.
Little motherfucker, guess who's paying rent now, son of a bitch?
Right. Right. I mean, that's the reality of it, though. Like, what happens?
You'll get to the spot where you're like, fuck, I really need my kid to fucking go out there and work at McD's 30
Yeah.
hours to help me pay rent.
I mean, it like I said, the outcome of it is not good, and people don't want to see it, and they better wake up. And I hope that it doesn't go through, but I know it's making some treadway, so I am a little scared, to be honest.
Fortunately, it becomes one of them Darwin things.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
just need to find.
I mean,
a
they
better way
love
to
the
make more
idea
money.
of it, but the after effects are probably going to be fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, then people will bitch about.
Well,
Why
yeah.
is the price of gas
Why-
$4
why
a
is
gallon?
he's just trying to win your.
$12.
He's just trying to win those people's votes. He's just trying to, hey, it's flashy, it's amazing, it sounds great, but he's not telling you what will be the outcome of it, and that's the reality of it. They're not telling you.
Of course, because they don't care about it. They just want the approval of it.
And then a lot of people are hearing 15. That's all they're thinking about. 15.
Well, yeah,
15,
it's a
15,
flashy thing. If you're hearing 15, if you're making $8 some an hour right now, and someone's saying, hey, you can make $15 an hour with the new minimum wage.
Because the
You're
first
thinking,
thing you think is like,
"Oh
damn, I'll
my
double
God,
my paycheck.
I've doubled my
I
paycheck.
pay my bills like that,
Yeah,
but you
I
don't
can
think
live
like,
amazingly. But
Well, my bills will go up.
your electric bill will be $2 every month.
yeah,
Bring it on, baby. I'll live in the dark.
I mean, the outcome
I
of
don't
it.
give a fuck.
No, because a part of your lease is your utilities have to be active your entire portion of your lease, or they will evict you.
I didn't read that part.
That's true.
That is a part of every. Unfortunately, especially like with complexes, it's part of every fucking.
Yeah, because they don't
Nice.
want you don't turn the heat on in there or whatever. You fucking pipe burst or whatever, especially around
Yeah,
here.
sons of bitches.
That ain't my problem.
They will sue you.
They will see you and kick
They
you out. So I don't know
definitely
whose
love that.
problem would be at that, but anyway,
Oh, you broke the lease.
right? They love that. They like that. But like you said, it's just nobody around here. I mean, everybody wants everybody to make $15 an hour.
Right. I don't want to deny anybody
Yeah.
the chance to make a good, to make a good living and provide for their family.
Right.
Let's hold the companies themselves accountable to pay skilled workers.
Right. Right. And like I said, they're not. This majority of the companies are not going to.
Amazon only raised theirs to 15 because they paid minimum wage for the longest time. They raised theirs to 15 because of all the shit they were putting there. The state of New York is suing Amazon for how they treat their employees, even afterwards.
Right.
They had what was it?
They should've-
Tranquilizing gas go off in a warehouse, and Amazon was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to pay these people a lot more than $8 something an hour."
Yeah. I mean,
Walmart's doing it now because it's literally a shit show in between four
Yeah.
walls every day.
Those places, those big corporations that are paying $15 an hour, first of all, they can afford it, and they should have probably already been paying their employees that much. They were just way underpaying their employees, and they were overworking them and not being good to them. That's normal.
You'll also find where they start to go to, well, you can only work 32 hours because once you get past that, you're full time. We
Prime
can't afford
example.
your benefits.
Prime example, they were talking about wages, and I just happened to be in Target the one day, and I heard another dude talking to another employee, and they were just kind of chit-chatting with together, and the dude was complaining. He's like, I used to be able to get 40 hours, but ever since they raised the wages, he's like, I'm now down to under 30 hours a week.
They're gonna take it away somehow.
A certain,
So like I said, they're not going to lose their profit. They're still going
a
to keep
certain
that
local,
profit.
like a certain local, I'm trying to think of how to put it, like warehouse. Me and you talked about the other day. We both worked at.
Mm-hmm.
They purposely would tell you you can only get 28 hours a week, because once you pass 30, you're full time,
Right.
and
They don't
we're
want you.
not paying you we're not paying your benefits.
Right.
That's cool. But them are also the jobs like, yeah, we'll pay you $15 an hour, and people rush to them, and then they're like, but I want benefits. Well, you already signed on to do the job. Leave or
Right,
don't.
you're making $15 an hour. We'll keep you at that.
There's always a way. They're not. Unfortunately, some people don't understand good companies are good companies. There's one, I don't remember his name, and it pisses me off. He tried to set the tone when it comes to certain business practices by cutting his salary down from millions a year to, what was it, like $150,000 a year. So his minimum wage for his company was $70,000 salary. And his people, their vacation time dropped by like 300 and something %. They were happier, less turnover. And he was like, yeah, I wanted to inspire other companies. They have just, yeah, good job. We're not doing that.
I think I remember hearing you tell me about that, and that's right. I mean, just because you do it doesn't mean they're going to do it. And
No,
a lot of
but
companies
that's-
are out there to make their profit, and they don't care how they make their profit. And it's just the way of the world. There's nothing you can really do about it.
No, it's literally just the way our economy's set up. That would be the only way to fix it, because if you're not regulating what companies can do,
Right.
then the only way to fix it would be to get the companies to change how they do things. Because anybody can just go and be like, oh, well, every job in my company makes minimum wage. Nobody's going to work there.
Right.
Then they start to raise it until somebody wants the job. As soon as somebody wants the job, they stop because this is how much I can get away with paying my people, and they work for me. So they can make the most out of everybody that they hire on. So then, if you're not going to take the time to be like, okay, well, all my people after this much time, they need to be making more money. They need to make this much. Everybody's stuck at what they're making forever, and nothing ever changes. And they're like, I don't understand why I work this job every day and can't afford to live my life.
You know who doesn't bitch about minimum wage? OnlyFans.
Yep.
Sales matter and pussy is king.
All right. Only socks.
That's all I got to say. That was the first thing that came to mind. Was
I'm
like,
close to that ledge. I just
I
got to
know
jump.
you're
I just got to jump.
These
what
guys
we
make
got to
my
do?
job.
What we got to push you over the ledge?
I do have an agent.
You might as well, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about somebody else paying you, though. You got to work. You got to. What is the shit like? DoorDash stuff. You got to work your own schedule. You got to set your own schedule and be your own boss.
I just got to send her the pictures. It's a free agent.
The free agent.
She gets first peek.
Sponsorship. She's got a. What was it? Content or like QC. That's what
She's gonna
she's
direct
your
you through
QC.
it, huh?
Yeah.
She's gonna tell you what kind of what kind of photos you need to take. And
Lift that right leg
poses.
about another 6 more
Right.
inches, and no, put on the fresh socks. Put on the Kermit the Frog one,
Right.
and sip some tea. That will sell well.
Hang that towel just a little
Right.
off a little
Get
bit
any
more.
dish rags? Get any dish rags? We're gonna less towel, more you.
That's the next thing now. OnlyFans
You got a
agents.
construction site near?
That's a good idea.
Got a hard hat.
That's a good idea.
He's selling
Just
calendars.
a hard hat and socks.
Only
Oh,
socks.
hammer.
12
What?
months out. January through December. Only socks.
Always use your PP.
They call me the hammer.
The jackhammer.
We'll have an only socks section in our store. Brought to you by Four Too Many.
I will never pimp out your content like that. That is all for you.
Yes. Money solely would go to you.
What are we doing here? How do we close this? Let's just go.
All
I
right,
want
guys,
pizza.
let's end this train wreck.
Pizza,
I think we're all
pizza.
hungry.
Oh, because I'm fat, you think I'm hungry?
Yeah, sure. No, I'm
Chain
fat too.
pizza.
Anyways, I'm hungry. So you know where to find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those social
Come
media
on, man.
All right,
platforms.
we're going to do it again. We're going to take it from the top and say it with your chest.
All those amazing platforms
All of them,
that
bro.
we're on. We're on every one of them.
Oh, everyone.
Even TikTok.
Although we really suck at it.
Yeah,
But
we're
make
not
sure, as he said, Instagram, tickety tock. It's
Tickety
tickety
great.
tock.
TikTok.
Tickety tock.
Tickety talk.
Twitter, little tweets.
Tweet.
IG, Facebook.
Facebook. Also, you can listen to us on Buzzsprout, Pandora. I love saying Pandora. iHeart.
Come on.
Google, Amazon, Apple. The
YouTube.
list keeps on going. YouTube. Everyone you can imagine. There's even ones I don't even know what they are.
Don't forget to check out the Patreon.
Yes, please check out our Patreon account.
Get yourself some merch.
Get yourself some
Hit the
merch.
Teespring.
Check us out. Remember, $2 goes a long way, guys. It's only $2 to join our Patreon. It goes a very long way, and it helps us out tremendously. We love you. We thank you. Teespring, guys. Des?
All right, in the search, you know what you got to put. The word 4, the number 2, the word many.
And as always, just remember to drink responsibly, my friends.
All
Out.
right.
Peace.